Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you all for joining us for the second session for today. And we have Hannah, Hannah Luxembourg Tono, if I'm correct, right? And okay, Hannah, we connected earlier this year, I think. And she is passionate about supporting or using XR for child support and especially in hospitals. And I'll allow Jennifer to give an overview of who Hannah is and take it up from there. So, Jennifer?
Thanks, Arome. We are pleased to have Hannah Luxemberg Tono with us today. Hannah has a great presentation to share with us, and she'll tell us a bit about Dreamship. Dreamship is a nonprofit program under the Computational Design Institute, dedicated to research for emerging technologies in pediatric hospices and the democratization of innovative technologies worldwide. Dreamship provides specialized content with the value to provide research and hospital implementation in order to pave the road ahead for the growing demand of immersive therapies and discoveries. Sounds fascinating. Can't wait to hear your presentation. Hannah, please take it away.
All right, thank you so much for having me. I am absolutely thrilled to be here today to talk more about Dreamship and our nonprofit program. So I'll go ahead and I'll dive right in. So we are a part of the nonprofit called the Computational Design Institute. We are based initially in San Francisco in the Bay Area of California. But we are an international entity. So our goal is to have officers who are all over the world in order to work with us to help our mission and our goal, which I'll go into. My talk will be a little bit more about our goals, even though it is a fascinating topic within the world of XR. For virtual reality is what we are mostly working with right now in this field of research and emerging technologies. Just to begin, this is our team for the Dreamship and CDI organization. We are quite small still at the moment, but we do have people who are in different areas of the world. For example, I am based in San Francisco, but we also do work in Italy currently. And we have officers in Italy to help orchestrate and coordinate that. And then we also have a representative currently in Japan. And so a large part of my talk will be our expansion and our upcoming work in Africa, specifically at the moment in South Africa. And so a little bit more about the actual program. So we're a nonprofit program, and we are specifically building unique applications for children's hospices. So that's for children in palliative care who typically have about up to 1 year left inside of the hospice from what we typically see. And so we're building virtual reality experiences for them, more so in the areas of elevating pain, elevating any kind of anxiety, and granting virtual wishes. And this also goes further to support family members, to support the caregivers and the doctors. So we're really a 360 sphere, and this is what helped bring Dreamship together and what makes it what we would call research ethical content, because we like to include every single person in the conversation. And so we build these experiences, and then we set up programs with collaboration between a university and a local hospice, so that we make sure that we understand everything that goes into the experience culturally, socially, language, everything that is very important to build an experience. And then we build that out and we do a research within the hospice with a PhD student. So that's what we do. That's our mission and our goal. And then we have an ethical committee who oversees it to make sure that we are using the technology correctly. And this was born from a little bit about me. Originally, I did a virtual reality empathy piece where it's a first-person experience of a person experiencing a schizophrenic episode. And that was mostly for training. So that's why we are under education and training, is because of our goal. It was meant for psychiatrists and families to empathize better with the family members going through the condition. But as it turns out, as we continue down our journey of showing this experience, and later research from other institutions, is that those types of experiences actually aid and help with the actual patients who do have conditions such as schizophrenia, that we can help train and ease some of these conditions using virtual reality, which sparked a whole new path. Dreamship was born right after this, but I took another look at Silicon Valley and how we can build very substantial pieces built around compassion for the patient, making sure that we do include all voices in the production of the content, and that we include everyone in providing them these experiences, also driven by research, driven by ethical committees. And so that's what we do. Here's a little bit about what we have done so far. And so there are a few examples here. We work beyond virtual reality, although that is a very exciting topic, and we're very happy to be pushing that technology worldwide, because I'm a huge fan of it. But we also work with robotics. This is one of the hospitals in Italy that we work with. And so robotics can be used to, of course, you can see here families and children happy to see this in the hallways of the hospital as they're in the waiting room. So this is a good example of easing anxiety for people and families, but also for children to communicate with. We also have partnerships. So this is, I'm actually here giving a tour inside of the Microsoft Mixed Reality Capture Studio. So sometimes I have and I host people from around the world in San Francisco, and give them tours in different areas, introduce them to different possible partnerships or collaborations around the Bay Area. We've done a research with the University of Padova in Italy, where we worked with the Magic Leap and did research on that. Of course, 360 and VR. We've also done some more research with head orientation and a patient in a bed, and which way they're looking based on the experience and where it's placed in a headset. We use Magic Leap. And so these are a few things that we've done aside from our actual virtual reality programs that are starting up soon. So this is a big piece of the Dreamship program. When we get started in a hospice that's interested in the nonprofit program, we provide a series of steps along the way. So as I mentioned, we do custom content for virtual reality, and that's when we bring everyone into the conversation to really understand who we're building for. That's the first step. And the doctors are actually a part of that experience from the very beginning. And that's very important to us. And then we bring the PhD student in to help orchestrate all of the research along with the hospice program director. So for example, in Italy, we're working with the director of pain management and women's health, along with a PhD student from the University of Padova, who take care of the daily operations of Dreamship, but we helped get everything onboarded. We also donate hardware, so that's a very big piece of it. So we donate different pieces of devices, which I'll show on the next page, for the program to use. And in the past, we donated the Magic Leap device, and we brought it to Italy. And this is a picture of one of the programs starting for research and giving the Magic Leap over to the students and the team who would be doing research. And then importantly, one of our team members, typically myself, we travel to the hospice and we do training with the staff who will be implementing the virtual reality. So I like to give a training course on using the hardware, how to properly clean it, which has a whole new definition in the day and age of COVID-19. So how to properly clean devices. And then also a part of our program that we really emphasize is, of course, time limits for using the device, making sure that the device is properly handled, again, in an ethical way, that we're not keeping children in a virtual reality too long. I like to call it another form of medication. And so we like to treat it as such, with caregivers present at all time. So that's a part of our training. And here are the devices that we are currently using. And so you can see that we use the Oculus. We use the Oculus Quest and the Oculus Quest 2 due to the way that we can use it given mobility restrictions. And we do use augmented reality as well. iPads and the Magic Leap are things that we have used and items that we have donated before. But we're very open to hearing from other companies and possible collaboration if there are other pieces of hardware. But also we're very happy with using these and happy to answer questions about devices as well. And so this brings me to Dreamship Africa. So currently we are expanding our team. We're looking for people to join both our board of directors, our main leadership team, and also our pool of volunteers, advisors, and collaborators, because we're extremely happy to be moving into Africa to help expand where we offer our program. So a big part of what I wanted to share today is that we are expanding and looking for people to join at various levels. We are currently doing a little bit of work. We're starting a program that I'm very excited about in South Africa, in collaboration with the University of Johannesburg. In about a year from now, as long as COVID-19 is all in the clear for everyone, we will be hosting a workshop at the university, which will work with a few PhD students and master's students to build a virtual reality experience, specifically with the Children's Hospice in mind. But we will be giving presentations from our Dreamship team members and also other people and advisors who are part of our program to give presentations and lectures about virtual reality to the students. And I do believe that those lectures are going to be streamed live for all students and participants to listen into. At least some of the lectures that are not completely hands-on. Our team has a lot of exciting things to share. And we're going to be going into design, how to properly design, code and development using Unity. We'll go into storytelling. We'll go into more about research and healthcare and distributing, and also giving training and tips for breaking into the industry. So that's our big week coming up in about a year. And then people will have the opportunity to build a scene for the hospice that we're aiming to work with and implement a program for. So this is extremely exciting, and we are looking to do more of it. So if there are any universities who would be interested in also doing a workshop in the future similar to this, or anyone who's interested in opening up their own program, we're not specifically limited to hospices, although that's where we came out of. That's our core focus. We also do collaborations inside of hospitals. Absolutely. And so our whole mission is we really want to democratize technology. It shouldn't be limited to the Bay Area or Silicon Valley or any cities. It should be worldwide. And so we're hoping to spread the information and what we know as much as we can. And our programs are completely free of charge. Since we are a nonprofit program and we are all completely volunteer based, all of our donations of hardware, all of our training is completely free of charge. There's no money exchanges involved unless donations do come in. Sometimes different hospitals have donations for different larger types of programs, but there's no restraint for us to go ahead and work with different hospices worldwide. So again, who are we looking for? You know, what qualifies someone to join our team? Since we do have people worldwide, it's been virtual meetings have been definitely a common theme for the last year, and we embrace the technology to do so. So we have people join our board meetings that are not limited to board directors, but we open it up for people who are interested to learn more or to volunteer, because we're very transparent, we're very open as a community. And so we join each other virtually for our planning. And so we're really looking for anyone. Anyone can be a volunteer. Any hospice is eligible to work with us. And so that's what makes the Dreamship program really special, is because we're looking to make sure that we diversify our team. And when we're doing research and collecting data, we want every single voice in the world to be represented. And so that's another thing is worldwide research in the area of virtual reality to see how is it really making an impact? How can we expand technology further? And I know I didn't get too much into the actual research behind medical applications for immersive and digital technologies, but happy to answer any questions further about that specifically after the presentation or on the side. Research has been growing tremendously in this field, which I'm so happy about. Ever since the very first, one of the first examples was done with Snow World and patients who were burn victims, who experienced the virtual reality gamified experience that had a very cold environment, and they felt relief from their injuries, from their burns, from watching that type of interactive experience within an icy world and playing a game in it. So that is where most of our research is, especially for children who are in the hospice. What we have faced quite a bit before are certain mobility issues, which is another important part of our custom virtual reality, is because we understand there are so many different unique situations when it comes to children's or pediatric palliative care. And so we face a lot of mobility issues, you know, people or patients who are really unable to move as much as you would in a normal virtual reality experience, especially some of those gamified ones. so a large part of our research comes in that area, where we're looking at very unique circumstances. How do we create a truly immersive experience with a patient who is unable to use the hand controllers or walk around an environment, which goes back to our head orientation research. But basically, that is why we tailor very unique experiences to the patients as well, because we are an international entity. How do we make sure that the hospice that we're working with is truly represented? Can we make sure that their patients are getting the experience that they want? And then are we attributing the correct experience? Are we catering at least to a community that may have certain kind of limitations? And so that's all very important and why we do what we do. And so also I'll leave my information here as well, just in case anyone wanted to contact me further about Dreamship or our program, and learn more about what we're doing. And I also do give larger presentations, especially around medical and what we deal with when we see different hospices. Currently, we have about 3 opening up within this year. And so we're happy to get started again post COVID-19 within the world. So go back. Am I right on time?
You are right on time. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Perfect, Hannah. Perfect.
Sorry, the 3 hospices you were talking about, where are they located in?
Oh, what was that?
The 3 hospices you're trying to launch very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they located? Is it in South Africa?
Yes, currently in South Africa. That's right. But we're hoping to expand to other parts of Africa as well.
Great. Great. So you also said you're open to volunteers, people down to come jump on your board, and also partners, right?
Yeah.
And I guess they can also contact you via your email, right?
Yes, absolutely. Please do. But I try to check all of my inboxes on social media as well. However you wish to reach me is fine.
Hannah, I have a question for you. You put out a great offer to our community of listeners and the broader XR ecosystem, with regards to kind of a call for talent and skill and heart and passion and all of those kinds of things. Give us an idea of what you're looking for in a person that might want to get involved with your organization. What are the key aspects, personality, characteristics, skills, talents that you're looking for people that might be really interested in joining in on your mission?
Yeah, that is a very good question. And I think it is very important to note that character quality, first and foremost, people who do want to join Dreamship, they definitely should have empathy and passion for helping people. We put our best selves first. We have a very family kind of driven community. And we always try to put positivity out there, even though we work in a field that may not seem like it's a very positive field, but we definitely put the most positive and brightest face forward in every situation. So really a real care and commitment, although you're not committed to, if you don't want to stay, you don't have to. It's not forced or anything like that. I would say we're looking for people, if I were to give any kind of extra notes there, we could of course always have more people on our team who are willing to help build. So anyone who might have development skills in Unity, modeling, art, design, of course, all of those things are always welcome. Of course, I'm not going to limit anyone by skill set. If you're someone who wanted to help fundraise, or if you wanted to be someone if you know your community very well and you're enthusiastic about this mission and you wanted to reach out to different universities, even maybe your university or local hospice or hospital, then that's definitely a huge help. So it's just really an initiative to be involved, be part of the family, and just do the best that we can.
Awesome.
Well, count me on board.
I think there are a lot of
Any
people
day.
watching that meet that criteria.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board already.
Yeah, and we're still small, so we need more people.
Sure. Go ahead, Arome.
Definitely. Yeah, I say definitely you have me on board for that, right?
Yeah.
I'm always open to support as long as it's for impact, it's for good, right? And giving those children a chance to experience what they might not be able to experience in the long run, right? Just make them happy. That's what's important. And who knows, they might survive whatever they are going through, right? And live a better future ahead, right? So that's good. Well done.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. Yeah, we try to build, as beautiful experiences as possible, given just different limitations. I come from quite a bit of different XR work, and I lead a lot of designing teams. So in the case anyone is designing and developing, I like to lead as much as possible, so no one feels like they're left out or not involved very much. And so, but we're not extremely production house or anything that's completely in that sense. I would like to add a note. We don't have unlimited spaces for officers, but we're definitely looking, and we're very, very interested in having an actual officer from somewhere in Africa join our team, especially as we begin to expand, and they can be a voice for the programs that we are running there. And all it takes for that role is just a little bit of commitment and joining our board meetings that happen once a month. And that's pretty much it. I don't try to push too much work on anyone. Again, it's volunteer, so there are no paid positions. And you put in what you can.
That's fantastic. Hannah, thank you so much for sharing this with us. And for those of you that were watching at the end of the day yesterday, when Ben Irwin gave us a great presentation and talked about Ikigai, Ikigai, I said that backwards, and finding your purpose within your work. This sounds like a great opportunity for those of you that heard Ben and this resonated. So Hannah's got her contact information here. I know she would love to hear from those of you that believe in the mission and have some talent and skills to bring to the table. So thank you, Hannah, for letting us know about this great work and the invitation for those in the community to join in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Someone is saying amazing presentation.
I think you're going to get a lot of contact, Hannah.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope. There we go. Wonderful.
Great. So thank you so much for sharing. I hope we'll connect soon, and also you have a lot of connections coming towards you, to also learn more about the program and also your initiative. And hopefully see you soon in Africa. Right?
Yes, I hope so too. I'll let you know when we make our way over there.
That's fine. Thank you so much for your time. You have a great day.
Thank you both.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Great. Oh, sorry. So thank you all for watching. Up next, we'll be starting our XR Startup Showcase. So we'll be showcasing some startups that are doing great stuff with XR. We'll be showcasing two startups, then we'll go back to our speakers afterwards. So do join us for the next two sessions. Thank you all. See you all.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.